real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the champs from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And a quick shuttle pass here is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think of the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, he saw that his team was good. If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Murray from midfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission. Hold and sink, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Running on first down, Eckler. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
It's Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 26 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Murray now to throw. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 30. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. He'll get it inside the 20. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
2nd down and goal. Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter done, and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 14-0 is our score. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Palmer, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are on the board here in this Super Bowl. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down, Chargers.
On the option, here's Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having a bunch of physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's counter on the read option. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. To throw, it's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And some room to roam now. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On the option, here's Eckler. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Herbert. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Herbert. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards to pick up there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Michelle running up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And it's Michelle once again. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. On second down, Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Charger drive about to get going.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chargers.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Room here to run. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Got him in, it's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 24 yards. That's good.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should give all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 42 yards. And the Cards are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point good by Prater. And then cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by Landon Collins.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball.
And he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown. Darrell Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter play.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Up the middle with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
157 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Eckler now between the tackles.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That's caught at the 25.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Los Angeles.
On the give, this is Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A give to Michel running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The handoff, it's Eckler, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Hop Hopkins' kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Herbert now. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cardinals have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Herbert. Finding Allen.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Herbert.
He'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Herbert to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Herbert gonna throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.